Alright, when you watch today's episode, there's a good chance you'll sit there with your jaw on the floor and think, wow, maybe anything really is possible now, especially in the world of technology. Things that just 10 years ago we only saw on TV and science fiction movies are now showing up in the real world. And yes, we're talking about a car that can fly. Now, we've all heard about flying cars for years. Most of the time, they've been nothing more than rumors, flashy concepts, or ideas that never made it past a prototype. But this time, it's different. The ALF Model A is here, and it's the only flying car that's legally allowed to drive on public roads and take off vertically. The idea is simple, but powerful. Instead of sitting in gridlocked traffic in a major city, you could switch to flight mode, lift straight up, and fly right over the congestion. And let's be honest, when that happens, all eyes are going to be on you. Sounds exciting, right? But it doesn't stop there. The design and performance specs of this flying car are just as fascinating as the concept itself. Of course, flying cars come with serious debates because safety requirements are far higher than for a regular automobile. So the big questions are, how can this thing actually solve urban traffic without putting people at risk? How much does it cost? And how does it really work? Let's get into it. The truth is, the road to a real, practical flying car has been filled with failure. Over the years, hundreds of companies and startups have tried to build one, only to shut down because the challenges and risks were simply too big. A few flying cars have managed to get off the ground, but sightings are rare, mostly because they couldn't meet strict safety and licensing requirements. Even Elon Musk once hinted that Tesla might build a flying car someday, but that never happened. So yes, hearing about a flying car today isn't shocking by itself. What is shocking is hearing about one that's actually licensed and legal to operate. And that's exactly why the ALF Model A is getting so much attention right now. Yeah, this is no longer science fiction. Flying cars are becoming real, and they could start showing up in much bigger numbers as early as 2026. Alef Aeronautics is already building more flying cars, right now to deliver to customers. And here's the wild part. It's fully electric. The company even claims their flying car uses less energy than a Tesla or any other electric vehicle. Yeah, that sounds hard to believe. Alef Aeronautics is an advanced technology company based in San Mateo, California, and they've been working on flying cars for nearly a decade. Their mission is pretty clear. Build sustainable next-generation transportation to tackle the growing traffic problems in major cities. The ALF Model A is their breakthrough, a flying car that can take off vertically and is legally approved to drive on public roads. This vehicle represents Alef's vision of cleaner, smarter, urban mobility. By running entirely on electric power instead of a gas engine, it operates more quietly and significantly reduces the environmental impact compared to traditional vehicles. Now let's talk about the design, because this is where things get really interesting. As you can see, the ALF Model A has a very futuristic look, blending a traditional car with a vertical takeoff aircraft. The body is aerodynamically shaped and roughly the size of a large sedan. It weighs about 850 pounds, which is much lighter than most electric cars today. Even more impressive, the body uses a carbon fiber mesh structure, measuring roughly 5 meters long and 2 meters wide, allowing air to flow through the vehicle itself. That design reduces air resistance during flight, cuts overall weight, and creates space for 8 powerful rotors mounted inside the vehicle. These rotors are cleverly hidden within the body, keeping the car safe, clean-looking, and practical for street driving. This layout allows the Model A to take off and land vertically, similar to a multi-rotor aircraft, without any exposed propellers. Inside, the cabin uses a gimbal system, which keeps the passenger compartment level while the rest of the vehicle shifts position during flight. The ALF flying car is also considered the first in the world to use an Alef system for aerial control. And as shown in the videos, there are no external rotors, which helps keep the vehicle quieter, safer, and more space-efficient, exactly what crowded cities need. One of the standout features of the ALF Model A is its ability to transition from vertical flight to forward, horizontal flight. To make that happen, the entire body of the vehicle can rotate 90 degrees, changing its direction of movement from straight up to straight ahead. When it rotates, one side of the body becomes the upper wing, and the other side becomes the lower wing. This design allows the vehicle to move freely in three-dimensional space without running into the usual limitations. Okay, still sounds a little confusing, right? Here's an easy way to picture it. Imagine your hand as the ALF Model A. When you're driving on the road, your hand is stretched out flat, fingers pointing forward. But when the car switches to flight mode, you rotate your hand so your thumb is on top. Now your palm is facing the airflow as the vehicle moves forward through the air. That's basically what Alef is doing. Inside the vehicle, the interior space is carefully optimized for real-world use. It can carry up to 2 people, and while the cabin isn't large, it's designed to be clean, simple, and comfortable. The passenger compartments are shaped like clear bubble-style windshields, giving occupants an unobstructed view in every direction, something that really matters when you're moving through 3-dimensional space instead of just driving down a road. Another interesting design element is the outer shell of the Alef Model A. The entire exterior is made from a lightweight yet extremely durable material, built to withstand external forces during operation. This structure allows the vehicle to handle minor environmental impacts without compromising flight performance. So how does it work when it's in car mode? Even though flight is the headline feature, it's important to understand the car mode first, because that's the foundation before this thing ever leaves the ground. On the road, the Model A uses 4 electric drive motors, with 1 motor mounted at each wheel. This setup lets it operate much like a 4-wheel drive electric car, while still functioning as a fully legal everyday road vehicle. Thanks to its 4 electric motors, 1 at each wheel, the Model A is designed to deliver a driving experience that feels similar to a regular electric car when it's on the road. The vehicle uses 4 very slim wheels, almost like bicycle tires, which helps keep the overall weight down. With a driving range of about 200 miles and a top speed of roughly 25 miles per hour, it's clearly built for short to medium trips in urban environments. Even though this is a car that can fly, when it's operating in standard driving mode, the ALF Model A still comes equipped with essential road safety features to protect both the driver and the passenger. The braking system is responsive and effective, allowing the vehicle to slow down smoothly and safely in different situations. Sensors placed around the vehicle help detect obstacles, making it easier for the driver to avoid unnecessary accidents. On top of that, the vehicle's stability system is designed to reduce vibration and maintain balance on uneven roads. This is especially important for a flying car, because when it's driving like a normal vehicle, it still needs to stay planted and stable, avoiding tipping or loss of control. The main downside in driving mode is comfort. Since the interior is optimized for 2 passengers, it doesn't offer the space you'd get from a typical 4 or 5-seat car. The good news is that the Alef Model A is still compatible with existing city parking systems and road infrastructure, and it only requires a basic drone pilot license to operate in flight mode. So what do you think about the driving mode of the Alef flying car? Do you have any questions or concerns? Drop them in the comments below. Alright, now let's talk about flight mode. Earlier this year, we got our first real preview of the fully electric flying car in action. Alef released a video showing the vehicle lifting off and hopping over another car on a public street in California. Another video shows it taking off vertically, climbing to about 20 to 30 feet, and then moving forward, almost like a flying saucer, hovering above a parked Chevy Suburban. At first glance, it honestly looks like one of those AI-generated fake videos you see online. But Alef says this is the first video in history of a real car driving on a road and then taking off vertically. Other flying cars have shown up in videos before, but those flights were often tethered, staged, or used visual tricks to make it look like the vehicle was actually flying. Yeah, and when it's time to leave the ground, a system of powerful rotors surrounding the passenger seat lifts the vehicle straight up. The mesh-style body allows air to flow through the structure, helping generate lift while also keeping the overall weight down. According to the company, the Model A can take off vertically without a runway, and it doesn't need a special landing zone like a helipad. And that's a big deal. As you know, most aircraft need a long runway to get airborne. What's surprising here is that this vehicle can lift off directly from the ground with no external assistance at all. That capability comes from 8 rotors mounted inside the body, 4 on each side. Together, they generate enough lift to raise the vehicle straight up without any trouble. This matters especially in urban environments, where space is limited and there's no room for traditional airports. With vertical takeoff and landing, the Alef Model A could operate in dense city centers without needing dedicated takeoff or landing infrastructure. In flight mode, the claimed top speed is about 110 miles per hour, with a flight range of roughly 110 miles. That tells us the Model A is designed for short regional hops, not long cross-country trips. Jim Duchovny, one of the company's founders, says the vehicle could cut your commute time in half by simply flying over traffic instead of sitting in it. From a safety and engineering standpoint, the Model A uses distributed electric propulsion, meaning its electric systems are split across multiple components to reduce the risk of total failure. The vehicle includes up to 8 layers of redundancy for critical systems, along with real-time monitoring across thousands of diagnostic points. It also features obstacle detection, automatic collision avoidance, a glide landing mode, and even a full vehicle parachute system designed for emergency situations. In short, this isn't just about flying, it's about doing it safely, intelligently, and realistically, especially in the places where traffic is worst. According to the company's chief technology officer and co-founder, the flying car currently has a payload capacity of about 200 pounds, and that includes both the passenger and any luggage. Okay, let's be honest, that's a fairly low payload. The CEO has acknowledged this as well, saying that most early versions are designed for single-occupant use. That said, the company is already working on a 2-seat design which would effectively double the payload capacity. Because the vehicle is classified as an ultralight aircraft, it does not require full FAA certification to fly under current regulations. However, there are still important limitations. Flights are restricted to daytime only, and the vehicle cannot fly over densely populated areas or city centers. Alef has received a special airworthiness certificate from the FAA, allowing limited testing. The company also says it will broadcast warnings to other aircraft whenever its carplane is operating on the ground or in the air. Under the agreement, traditional aircraft always have priority, meaning ALF vehicles must yield whenever necessary. Alef opened pre-orders for the Model A back in 2022, and so far more than 3,300 reservations have been placed. Buyers can put down a $150 refundable deposit to join the standard waitlist, or $1,500 for priority access. The expected price for each vehicle is around $300,000. Alef plans to begin production later this year, with the first prototype deliveries expected next year. That timeline, however, depends heavily on manufacturing progress, real-world testing, and regulatory approvals. Looking further ahead, the company is also exploring a hydrogen fuel cell version of its flying car. According to Oleg Petrov, another co-founder and engineer, this future model, called the Model Z, would have a much longer range of up to 400 miles and could carry 4 to 6 passengers. The projected price is around $35,000, but there's a catch. It's not expected to launch until around 2035. Last year, Alef also signed mass production agreements for high-quality aerospace components with Pucara Aero and MYC, suppliers that already work with major players like Boeing and Airbus. That's a significant step toward scaling up production. At this point, Alef is actively turning flying cars from imagination into reality. With new airport agreements and early FAA approvals in place, the company now has a clear path to test what's actually possible. Regulations still limit when and where these vehicles can fly, but progress is moving steadily. If production stays on track, we may soon see the world's first flying cars lifting off alongside everyday traffic. That said, even with all this potential, flying cars like the ALF Model A still face major challenges. To truly become part of the global transportation system, they'll need to overcome not just technical and design hurdles, but also serious regulatory and legal barriers. The idea is real, but the road ahead is still long. Okay, one of the biggest challenges with flying cars is safety during real-world operation. Even though these vehicles can take off and land vertically, they still have to deal with environmental factors that can seriously affect control and stability. Strong winds, bad weather, or sudden emergency situations can make it difficult for a pilot or driver to manage the vehicle, especially when it's flying at low altitude over crowded urban areas. To address this, manufacturers need to develop advanced automated flight controls, pilot assist systems, and safety features like object detection and collision avoidance, so the vehicle can react faster than a human ever could. But flying cars aren't just facing technical challenges, they also run straight into strict regulatory barriers. Today's transportation system is already tightly regulated, from driving rules and insurance requirements to licensing. Introducing flying cars means governments would have to rethink the entire legal framework to keep both people and property safe. That includes new laws for personal flight licenses, certification standards, and even dedicated low-altitude airspace where flying cars can operate without interfering with helicopters, airplanes, or drones. Then there's the cost. Right now, flying cars are still very expensive to build. While advances in technology may bring prices down over time, today, these vehicles are mostly affordable only to high-income buyers. That limits how widely they can be adopted. If flying cars are ever going to become mainstream, manufacturers will need to design more cost-efficient models, along with financing options, leasing programs, and partnerships that make them more accessible to everyday consumers. Alongside Alef Aeronautics, another company getting a lot of attention in the flying car space is Klein, with its standout product called the Aircar. Based in Slovakia, Klein has developed a vehicle that can physically transform from a road car into an aircraft, combining ground transportation with real aviation capability. The Aircar can switch from car mode to aircraft mode in about 3 minutes, thanks to a retractable wing system that folds and deploys as needed. On the road, it drives like a regular car, reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. Once airborne, it operates as a true airplane, with a top flight speed of around 170 miles per hour. The Aircar has a range of about 370 miles, making it possible to travel quickly between cities without dealing with traffic congestion. Because it flies like a real aircraft, the Aircar can reach altitudes of up to 8,200 feet and is designed to operate safely in normal weather conditions. It uses a gasoline-powered engine combined with a propeller system to generate lift, and switching between driving and flying modes is designed to be simple and straightforward. What really sets the Aircar apart is how fast it can transform from a car into an airplane, just a few minutes. When it's time to fly, the driver deploys the wings from the body of the vehicle, and the Aircar is ready for takeoff. To use it, you only need a standard driver's license for road mode and a basic civilian pilot license for flight mode. That makes the Aircar far more approachable and realistic for a wider range of users than many people might expect. On the safety side, the Aircar is equipped with advanced collision detection and avoidance systems, designed to keep occupants safe in both driving and flying modes. It also features automated monitoring systems that continuously check critical flight parameters and help the pilot maintain stability throughout the journey. These systems are especially important for reducing risk, particularly when operating in or near urban areas. In short, both Alef Aeronautics and Klein are leading the charge in developing flying cars and pushing transportation into an entirely new era. While both companies still face major challenges, regulations, cost, and safety among them, the progress they're making could fundamentally change how we move in the future, opening up enormous potential for the flying car industry. So let me ask you this: what would you do if you could travel in a flying car? And do you think flying cars will become a common sight in our cities within the next 10 years? Thanks for tuning in. The future of transportation is closer than many of us realize, and it's exciting to see where these innovations are headed.
2 hours to unfold everything and then start screwing everything together. Having this thing available right now within a day is insane to me. As a contractor, this would take months and months and cost far more money.
Boxabl is delivering more and more tiny houses, and most customers believe they are better than they imagined. In just a few hours, almost everything is completed. Okay, we used to think these houses would never become popular because of their space limitations, but clearly, they are completely different from what we thought.
When they first walk through that door, they're saying, wow, this thing is way bigger than I thought it would be.
You can completely choose the size of your tiny house, 361 square feet, or 722 square feet, which essentially means combining two 361 square foot tiny houses together. Yeah, of course the price will be higher. But what's truly astonishing is exactly what's inside a Boxabl tiny house. You wouldn't believe you're living in a 361 square foot home, because it basically comes fully equipped with modern amenities, appliances, and 4 separate rooms. We believe the best part is that you can take your house anywhere and set it up at the location you want without complicated land requirements, and the taxes on these homes are almost zero. However, even more intriguing are the rumors spreading about Tesla possibly entering the tiny house manufacturing space in the near future. This isn't entirely baseless, as Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, is rumored to have purchased a Boxabl casita. This move sparked a wave of curiosity in the tech world, with many wondering whether Tesla truly sees growth potential in the compact housing industry. The Tesla CEO has also praised this housing model, stating that tiny houses are not only a sustainable housing solution, but also highly compatible with future technology and real-world applications. Let's take a closer look at Boxabl tiny houses right now and analyze whether a collaboration between Tesla and Boxabl in developing these compact homes could actually happen.
Boxabl units are just like any other house. The cheapest way to finance them is through a loan secured by the real estate. If we do this right, we can figure out how big of a budget are you qualified for, and then we'll build to that budget. And that means we can finance 100% of the cost with no money out of pocket.
Okay, before we even talk about the cost of owning a Boxabl tiny house, one of the biggest concerns people always have about homes like these is durability and lifespan. No one would buy one if it only lasted a few years and could be damaged after just a couple of snowstorms. Yeah, that would be a complete waste of money. That's why the materials used in a tiny house play a critical role in its longevity. To reassure customers, Boxabl has clearly explained the materials they use for their modules and different sections of the tiny house. It's known that Boxabl has introduced a breakthrough in the tiny house construction industry with a manufacturing approach that is completely different from traditional building methods. While conventional home construction still relies on 2x4 wooden framing and materials like drywall to form walls and structural elements, Boxabl has shifted to using laminate materials and advanced manufacturing techniques to create homes that are highly durable, well-insulated, and quick to assemble. Unlike traditional construction, Boxabl does not use 2x4 lumber to build the frame. Instead, they use laminate materials, a type of multi-layer composite. Each layer is tightly bonded together with specialized adhesives, forming strong panels that can withstand heavy loads and resist bending. This is a key factor in creating thin panels with extremely high flexural strength. Laminate materials not only reduce the overall weight of the house, but also significantly increase durability, allowing the home to withstand harsh environmental conditions, such as strong winds and heavy storms. In addition, Boxabl uses materials such as steel and concrete in key structural components of the house. These elements enhance structural stability and resistance, making the homes more durable than those built using traditional construction methods. The panels feature outstanding mechanical strength, along with excellent thermal insulation thanks to a high R value, while also producing virtually no toxic emissions. One common concern with composite materials is the release of volatile compounds after installation, which can negatively impact indoor air quality. However, Boxabl's tiny house panels effectively eliminate this issue as they do not emit volatile chemicals that would pollute the living space. Moreover, the panels are bonded using a specialized adhesive that does not produce toxic fumes, making Boxabl's SIP system exceptionally safe. As a result, these homes are suitable even for people who are sensitive to chemicals or suffer from respiratory issues, an impressive and valuable advantage. Instead of using drywall, the company chose magnesium oxide panels for the casita's interior, a material that is safe and has near-zero emissions. The casita's flooring is finished with glue-down vinyl, which is both durable and aesthetically refined. In the kitchen area, the countertops and other functional surfaces are made from melamine-coated plywood on a medium-density fiberboard (MDF) core, ensuring stability and easy cleaning. The kitchen cabinets are constructed from familiar materials such as plywood and laminated boards, providing sturdiness and long-term usability. Notably, all materials used in building the casita are highly water-resistant and are not easily damaged like natural wood. This is a key factor in helping the home remain safe and durable in rainy or snowy weather conditions. One of the most striking highlights of Boxabl tiny houses is their extensive use of glass. The casita is designed with large windows all around, maximizing natural light while making the interior feel significantly more open and airy. However, large windows can become an issue if the glass is not the right type. That's why Boxabl uses thicker, shatter-resistant glass compared to standard residential windows, improving the structure's durability and adding an extra layer of security to your tiny home. You can also easily customize the windows, such as adding window tint or thermal film to increase privacy and reduce indoor heat during the summer. Boxabl applies advanced factory-based manufacturing technology to produce its housing modules. Materials are precisely cut and fabricated using automated machinery, which minimizes errors and saves production time. This process does not rely on nails or dimensional lumber like traditional construction methods. Instead, it uses laminate panels with mechanical locking joints, allowing the panels to be assembled together without the need for manual intervention by workers. In addition, one standout aspect of Boxabl's design is its exceptional insulation performance. The walls, floors, and ceilings are all installed with insulation materials sandwiched between the panel layers. This allows the home to retain heat far more effectively than traditionally built houses, where wood often creates thermal bridges, sections that conduct heat and reduce overall energy efficiency. A Boxabl home works like a thermal battery, helping maintain a stable indoor temperature. Cool in the summer and warm in the winter. You can also feel confident knowing that both the interior and exterior of the casita are finished with non-combustible materials, giving the tiny house strong fire resistance. As mentioned earlier, the modules can easily be connected to one another to create a larger home or reconfigured to suit the homeowner's needs. Starting from 361 square feet, you can expand up to 722 square feet. Electrical wiring, networking cables, and other utilities are designed to be easily installed through built-in chases, preformed pathways within the walls and floors, making reconfiguration or repairs much simpler without the need to break open walls. Another notable point is that the materials used for the walls and roof have excellent resistance to mold and mildew, as they do not contain organic compounds like wood, which typically provide a favorable environment for bacteria and mold growth. In addition, the company places strong emphasis on selecting safe adhesives to minimize the release of volatile organic compounds (VOCs) inside the living space. Thanks to these strict standards, homeowners can feel assured that living in a modular home does not feel stuffy or pose negative health effects. Okay, now that you're feeling confident about the materials used in this tiny house, right? So how is the interior space actually laid out, and how does Boxabl manage to fit 4 distinct living areas into just 361 square feet? According to the information provided by Boxabl, this tiny house has a total area of 361 square feet, with dimensions of 19 feet by 19 feet, and a ceiling height of 9 feet 6 inches, along with 6-foot-tall windows. When folded, its dimensions are 19 feet long by 8 feet 6 inches wide by 12 feet 4 inches high. When unfolded, it measures 19 feet long by 19 feet wide by 10 feet 9 inches high. The casita weighs approximately 13,000 pounds. Yeah, right when you step inside, you're greeted by a thoughtfully combined living and dining area. According to Boxabl, the living room has enough space for a 7-foot-long sofa placed along the wall and a small coffee table, where you can relax and enjoy entertainment with a TV mounted on the living room shelf. The living area also features windows that make the space feel more open, and the TV shelf can easily hold decorative items such as a small plant or photo frames. Looking toward the next area, there is a dining table positioned near the kitchen, comfortably seating 2 people. The kitchen is designed in a modern style and comes fully equipped with appliances including a full-size refrigerator, a double sink, an oven, a cooktop, a microwave, and kitchen cabinets that maximize storage space. The cooking area also has a window to allow food odors to escape quickly, something many people will appreciate, since no one wants cooking smells lingering throughout the entire home. Boxabl also notes that the kitchen and all appliances in the casita currently run on electricity only, with no gas option available at this time. The bedroom, located behind the living room, is simply designed, yet very comfortable. Boxabl emphasizes that there is about 7 feet of wall space available for the bed, allowing room for a large bed slightly wider than 6 feet. Storage elements such as cabinets and bookshelves are thoughtfully installed next to the bed, taking up minimal space while still providing room for essentials. Although the casita does not come with a full-size closet by default, you can request one from Boxabl. This designer closet is shipped separately and measures approximately 1.5 meters high by 2.4 meters long by 0.67 meters wide. The price of the designer casita closet has not yet been disclosed, but you can request a quote when placing your order, and the company will provide pricing at that time. The bathroom is compact but fully equipped with all the essential fixtures, including a shower, a sink, and a mirror. Boxabl also installs a bathroom door to ensure privacy. The current casita design includes a 30-gallon electric water heater, which is sufficient for daily hot water needs. However, this can be adjusted in the future if homeowners have different requirements. Despite the limited space, the smart layout maximizes every square foot without sacrificing comfort. Modern materials, such as ceramic and stainless steel, are used to create a clean, durable, and easy-to-maintain bathroom environment. All areas of the home are built using premium materials and energy-efficient technology, ensuring that the house is not only visually appealing, but also durable over time. Combined with energy-saving LED lighting systems, this tiny home is an ideal choice for anyone seeking a compact yet fully functional living space, especially those who value a minimalist, efficient, and environmentally friendly lifestyle. Boxabl offers a limited 12-month warranty for the casita, protecting customers against manufacturing defects. Appliances inside the casita are covered under each manufacturer's individual warranty policies. The casita is currently priced at $60,000 after several years of inflation and high interest rates, although it was previously priced at $50,000. This price increase allows Boxabl to continue maintaining high product quality and customer service standards. At present, Boxabl can ship the casita to the following states: Alaska, California, Connecticut, Delaware, Kansas, New Mexico, New York, Nevada, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, Utah, Vermont, West Virginia, and Wyoming. With delivery available across these states, Boxabl offers a mobile and cost-effective housing solution for a wide range of customers nationwide. Returning to the rumors about Tesla entering this space, while Elon Musk has not officially confirmed anything, considering that he has purchased a casita and given Tesla's resources and long-term potential, such a move is not entirely out of the question. Elon Musk's decision to live in a compact home has attracted significant attention from the public and the media. Although rumors about a Tesla tiny house sparked widespread speculation, the reality is quite different from what many imagined. The home Musk chose is actually under 400 square feet and located at Starbase, Texas. It is not a large-scale real estate project, but rather a small casita manufactured by Boxabl. Interestingly, the entire installation process reportedly took only about 1 hour. When Musk purchased his casita, it was one of the first 3 homes ever produced by Boxabl. After Musk decided to live in a compact home, Boxabl received significant public attention, with nearly 200,000 pre-orders, representing close to $2 billion in potential revenue. This clearly demonstrates Musk's influence in helping Boxabl gain widespread visibility. Without Musk's involvement, Boxabl likely would not have achieved this level of recognition. According to what Musk has shared, his decision to live in a casita was not only about mobility and convenience, but also about practicality for work. The home serves not just as a living space, but also as an ideal workspace, allowing him to stay close to Tesla and SpaceX projects. Musk has mentioned that when visitors come to tour Tesla or SpaceX facilities, he often invites them into the casita to continue discussions in a quieter, more private environment. As we know, Tesla is well known for leading the adoption of new and innovative technologies across the automotive industry, renewable energy, and more recently, even the housing sector. Tesla's entry into residential construction, especially compact housing like the casita, could be a strategic move that not only leverages advanced technology, but also aligns with the sustainable development vision that Elon Musk has long pursued. Okay, if Tesla truly decides to enter this space, it could trigger a wave of innovation across the housing industry. With its advanced technology and large-scale manufacturing capabilities, Tesla could significantly reduce the cost of producing and installing tiny homes like the casita. In addition, Tesla has a powerful research and development team capable of creating smart and practical solutions, such as integrated solar energy systems, battery storage, and intelligent home electronics. These innovations would not only boost energy efficiency, but also lower operating costs while contributing to environmental protection. And another reason why Tesla entering the tiny house manufacturing space wouldn't be all that surprising is that Elon Musk himself has repeatedly emphasized the importance of solving sustainable housing challenges in the future. While many companies focus solely on producing cars or electronic devices, Musk has always aimed higher, looking beyond improving Tesla's products to addressing larger societal issues. Housing is one of the most pressing problems in many countries, especially in major cities where home prices continue to rise. Compact homes, like the casita, could offer a practical solution for people who want to own a home but can't afford a traditional house. Okay, so we believe, at a price of $60,000, Boxabl's Casita is genuinely a relatively affordable option for a 361 square foot living space. Compared to the average cost of traditional homes, this price is significantly lower while still providing a comfortable and sustainable living environment. With a footprint under 400 square feet, the Casita not only reduces upfront costs, but also helps lower long-term operating expenses, thanks to energy-efficient features such as solar power systems and energy-saving appliances. Although the space is compact, smart design and efficient space optimization make the Casita feel open and comfortable, an ideal choice for those who want a functional home without spending a fortune on conventional housing. Would you choose a tiny house over a traditional home? Do you want to buy a Boxabl tiny house? Thanks for tuning in. We hope today's video gave you some insight into the world of tiny houses. If you're considering one for yourself or just curious, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with more content like this. Leave a comment below answering our questions. We can't wait to read your responses. Okay, most people believe AI will truly explode in about 5 years to a decade. But for Tesla, Elon Musk believes it won't take nearly that long. As soon as next year, Elon Musk has announced that Tesla will roll out 3 fully autonomous AI-integrated products that will make the entire world ask, how is Tesla even able to do this? Yeah, Tesla is no longer just an electric car company. Its stock has recently surged to record highs, surpassing its all-time peak. But this has nothing to do with car sales. What's really driving Tesla's stock is that Elon has proven just how reliable Tesla's AI technology actually is. People are now genuinely convinced that Tesla is leading the world in real-world AI. Honestly, these 3 products have the potential to permanently change humanity, but they're also guaranteed to spark massive controversy. So, let's get started right now.
In 2026, so we got 2 big products, or three massive products starting production next year. We got Optimus, we got Tesla Semi, and we got the Cybercab.
Okay, let's start with Optimus, because according to Elon Musk, this is the biggest product Tesla has ever created. There is nothing that can truly be compared to Optimus. The AI technology inside Optimus is even more advanced than anything found in Tesla's other products. And that's what gives Elon Musk the confidence to say Tesla could eventually sell billions of robots, to the point where Optimus becomes more common than smartphones.
So the scale of Optimus, like I said, that's really going to be something else. I think it's going to be the biggest product of all time by far. Yeah. So, like bigger than cell phones, bigger than anything.
We've known about the Tesla Bot project since 2021, but the truth is, it's only now that the concept of a humanoid robot is becoming truly clear. And that's simply because the speed of AI evolution is allowing these machines to reach a much higher level of intelligence. More accurately, they now have something that resembles a real brain. With Tesla Bot, Elon Musk says AI will no longer be trapped behind a screen. Instead, it will step into the physical world, using hands, using vision, using the entire body to work just like a human. And with that level of confidence in his robot, Elon Musk has made a statement that's been heavily debated recently. Optimus could eventually make human jobs optional. If you don't want to work, Tesla's robot could do the work for you. It's smart enough and dexterous enough to handle the same tasks you're doing today. And in Elon's words, it could ultimately make you wealthy.
AI and robotics continue to advance, which they are advancing very rapidly. Like I said, working will be optional, and people will have any goods and services that they want.
Elon Musk has emphasized that the complexity of Optimus is greater than any product Tesla has ever built, second only to Starship. And this is the key point. Optimus was not designed to do just one job. It's not a welding robot, not a warehouse robot, and not a show robot. It was developed as a general-purpose robot, capable of handling almost any task a human can do, roughly 80 out of 100 human jobs. Now, there are still some physical tasks it can't perform. Humans can lift extremely heavy objects, and Optimus may not match that raw strength. But when it comes to tasks that require dexterity, precision, and calculation, Optimus can already outperform humans. You know your brain can forget, but Tesla Bot doesn't. It learns far faster than any human ever could. From the very beginning, Elon Musk focused on the essence of human design when developing Optimus. That's why its size closely matches a human, 5 feet 10 inches tall, and about 140 pounds. Optimus does not use LiDAR sensors. Instead, it relies on 2D cameras similar to human eyes, combined with neural networks to perceive 3D space, recognize objects, and judge distance. The brain, located in the chest of the Tesla bot, is a powerful chip designed in-house by Tesla. It processes billions of calculations per second, enabling real-time decision-making and movement control. Of course, Optimus doesn't perform tasks perfectly from day one. It has to be trained on basic actions like grasping, holding, and carrying objects. That may sound simple, but it requires an enormous amount of time and effort from the engineering team. To put it simply, just to teach Optimus how to hold a bag of popcorn, engineers trained it thousands of times in a virtual environment, refining the behavior until there were no errors left. Optimus is trained using the same core AI system Tesla uses for full self-driving. That means it learns how to see, understand, decide, and act in the chaotic conditions of the real world. Whether it's a factory, a home, a restaurant, or even a construction site, Optimus can be deployed in almost any environment. As we mentioned earlier, Optimus doesn't learn through step-by-step programming. It learns the way humans do, by observing, understanding, experimenting, and correcting mistakes. According to Elon Musk himself, Optimus can learn new tasks simply by watching videos, including regular YouTube videos or standard how-to guides. Just like humans learn how to cook, fix things, or clean the house, Optimus watches human actions in videos, extracts motion patterns, task sequences, and the final goal of the job. This is where the concept of task extensibility becomes incredibly powerful. In theory, Optimus can learn almost any task in a very short amount of time, without needing to be trained from scratch. And with the integration of large language models like Grok from xAI, Optimus won't just follow commands, it will understand context. For example, if you say, "I'm thirsty," it can infer that it should go get water, instead of waiting for a direct command like, "Go get me a drink." It may sound hard to believe, but take a look at how Tesla has built the brain of Optimus. Instead of using multiple separate AI systems for different tasks, Tesla relies on a single, unified neural network to control the entire robot. This AI processes camera vision, understands spoken or written language, plans movements, and controls the robot's body in three-dimensional space. It's the same philosophy Tesla uses for full self-driving in its vehicles. In recent demo videos, Optimus isn't just sweeping floors, cooking, using a microwave, or vacuuming. It's also working inside factories, picking up components, sorting parts, and placing them precisely on conveyor belts. What stands out is that Optimus doesn't need detailed instructions. With a simple command like "clean the floor," the robot can independently reason through the steps required to complete the task. Optimus can now work with both hands at the same time. In the past, most tasks were performed using just one hand to reduce complexity. But true two-handed coordination requires the AI system to process multiple data streams simultaneously: the position of the left hand, the right hand, overall body balance, collision avoidance, and smooth, real-time motion control. This alone shows that Tesla's control software and AI models have reached an entirely new level. And once the AI reaches full maturity, Optimus will take on roles directly inside Tesla's production lines at Giga Texas. These robots will help assemble other robots, what many people call machines building machines. Tesla is targeting the release of at least 10,000 Optimus units next year, with Optimus version 3 expected to launch in Q1. This will be the first true commercial version, with a level of refinement far beyond the version 2 and 2.5 models we see today. Okay, as Elon Musk has said, if Optimus is a robot with hands and legs, then Tesla Robotaxi is a robot on wheels. According to Elon Musk, the Tesla Cybercab Robotaxi will be the company's second biggest product next year. And recently, Tesla's stock has reached an all-time high as the company demonstrates that the Tesla Robotaxi can operate fully autonomously on public streets without a driver or a safety supervisor. There's only one vehicle on the road, and every driving decision is made entirely by AI. You know, one of the biggest breakthroughs of Robotaxi lies in Tesla's gradual removal of humans from the role of direct supervision. In the past, even though they were called self-driving cars, most systems still required a safety driver or a staff member inside the vehicle to intervene when something went wrong. This not only diluted the true meaning of autonomy, but also made scaling extremely expensive. Yeah, recently, Tesla has begun testing robotaxis that operate completely without human occupants on public roads, showing that the AI system has reached a level of reliability high enough to handle complex traffic situations on its own, without human assistance. At the core of this advancement is the artificial intelligence Tesla has developed for robotaxi. Unlike many other autonomous vehicle companies such as Waymo, Tesla does not build its system around LiDAR, high-resolution static maps, or a dense array of expensive sensors. Instead, Tesla focuses on vision-based AI, using cameras and neural networks to see and understand the world in a way similar to how humans drive. This system not only recognizes objects, lanes, and traffic signs, but also learns to predict the behavior of surrounding vehicles and pedestrians, allowing it to make appropriate driving decisions in real time. But here's the key difference. The AI behind Tesla Robotaxi is not programmed around fixed scenarios. Instead, it's trained on an enormous volume of real-world data collected from millions of Tesla vehicles driving across the globe. Every traffic situation, every hard brake, every missed turn, and every unexpected maneuver becomes training data for the system. Over time, this allows Tesla Robotaxi to continuously improve its safety and decision-making accuracy, much like a human driver gaining experience with every mile driven. Compared to traditional autonomous vehicles, Tesla Robotaxi stands out most clearly in its scalability. Many self-driving systems today work well only within tightly restricted geographic areas, where roads are meticulously mapped and traffic conditions are relatively predictable. But once they move outside those safe zones, performance often drops sharply. Tesla is aiming for the opposite. A system that can operate anywhere a human can drive, from dense city centers to complex residential neighborhoods, without requiring special infrastructure or pre-mapped environments. Another major difference lies in Tesla's approach to hardware. While many companies must design a dedicated, purpose-built fleet for autonomy, Tesla leverages the same mass-produced consumer vehicles it already builds. That means not only the Cybercab, but even vehicles like the Model Y and Model 3 can potentially function as robotaxis. And Tesla's recent progress toward fully unsupervised in-vehicle operation strongly suggests that the company is close to solving the most critical challenge in autonomy: safety. As the primary vehicle designed for robotaxi use, mass production of the Cybercab is set to officially begin in the second quarter of 2026 at Giga, Texas, with some pilot production lines potentially starting as early as late 2025. The target price for the Cybercab is expected to be under $30,000, and Tesla aims to keep operating costs at around 20 cents per mile. Notably, the Cybercab will not include a physical charging port. Instead, it will autonomously drive to wireless charging pads at designated parking areas to recharge, allowing the robotaxi system to operate fully autonomously without human workers plugging in vehicles. Advances in Hardware 5 and FSD version 14 have significantly increased the reliability of robotaxi, addressing many of the concerns that have historically surrounded autonomous vehicles. Rather than focusing solely on removing the driver, Tesla is aiming to create an AI agent that can take responsibility for its own behavior on the road. This approach has the potential to reshape the entire urban transportation model, where vehicles don't just follow human commands, but actively optimize traffic flow, reduce accidents, and improve overall infrastructure efficiency. And the final major focus for next year has to be the Tesla Semi. Now, you might be wondering, what does the Tesla Semi have to do with AI? Yeah, it doesn't sound related at first, but in reality, the Tesla Semi may be where Tesla's AI is tested at the highest possible level. Not robotaxi, not personal vehicles, but a heavy-duty truck operating continuously, hauling tens of thousands of pounds of cargo, traveling hundreds, sometimes thousands, of miles without a driver. Yes, the Tesla Semi is expected to be the next vehicle to fully integrate full self-driving, and the 2026 version is already being prepared for that capability. With the latest Tesla Semi, the company has added an entirely new camera position mounted just above the front wheel arch, a very clear signal that the Semi is being optimized for fully autonomous heavy truck operation. And if FSD is truly deployed on the Semi, it won't just be an upgrade. It will change everything.
I think ultimately we'll make over millions probably of the Tesla Semi.
This is really going to be something that you'll see all over the place, and it'll also be autonomous, or have the ability to go autonomous down the road.
Elon Musk has confirmed that full self-driving capability will soon be integrated into the latest version of the Tesla Semi, and the company is expected to begin testing autonomous Semi operations by the end of next year. Tesla's move to bring FSD to the Semi is widely seen as a response to the ongoing truck driver shortage in the United States, where harsh working conditions have made the job increasingly unattractive. With FSD, the Tesla Semi would be capable of self-driving on highways, reducing stress and fatigue-related accidents while also optimizing delivery schedules.
Consider, okay, there's more people leaving truck driving as a profession than entering it. Well, we're going to have a real logistics problem as time goes by. So autonomy will be very important to meet that need.
We all know that long-haul trucking is facing an existential crisis. The severe driver shortage isn't just a staffing problem, it's the result of an outdated operating model. For decades, truck drivers have been forced to trade their physical and mental health for the job, spending endless hours in noisy cabins under intense delivery pressure and facing constant accident risks caused by fatigue. On average, the total number of tractor-trailer accidents in the United States each year is estimated to range from roughly 160,000 to 300,000 incidents, including minor crashes, serious injuries, and property damage-only accidents. And as Elon Musk has pointed out, more drivers are leaving the industry than entering it. That gap will only continue to widen unless a viable alternative to diesel trucking emerges. With its long-term vision, Tesla isn't just building a truck to replace diesel engines. It's rolling out an AI-driven ecosystem for a Class 8 truck, designed to free drivers from the most punishing aspects of the job. From our perspective, the arrival of the Tesla Semi combined with full autonomy through FSD could mark a historic turning point for the global logistics industry. Instead of gripping the steering wheel for thousands of miles, FSD allows the truck to operate smoothly on highways, transforming the driver from a manual labor into a technology supervisor. While AI handles repetitive tasks and manages traffic variables with extreme precision, the driver can rest, recover, and stay alert throughout the journey. Yeah, Tesla Semi has the potential to help businesses optimize operating costs, reduce human error, and ensure that the flow of goods never stops. This is the future of transportation, where technology doesn't replace humans, but elevates their value and safety to an entirely new level. Of course, integrating full self-driving into the Semi will come with serious challenges and require strict regulatory approval. After all, with a gross weight of up to 80,000 pounds, AI errors are no longer measured in centimeters, they're measured in human lives. But, the biggest challenge lies in vehicle dynamics. A massive machine with a braking distance far longer than a passenger car demands an FSD system with extremely long-range predictive capability. The AI must account for the inertia of the loaded trailer to avoid catastrophic scenarios like jackknifing during emergency maneuvers. On top of that, long-haul trucking often operates through data gray zones. From dense fog that degrades camera visibility to temporary construction sites where traffic is controlled by human hand signals, the AI must handle countless edge cases that were never part of any traditional programming playbook. Yet, it's precisely these barriers that highlight Tesla's technological advantage. By training its neural networks on billions of miles of real-world driving data, Tesla is turning every Semi into a continuously learning system. Once these regulatory and technical hurdles are overcome, the Tesla Semi won't just solve the driver shortage, it will define a new era of global logistics. And that brings us to the end of today's episode, covering 3 major Tesla products powered by next-generation AI: Optimus, Robotaxi, and the Tesla Semi. Together, they show a clear direction: AI moving beyond screens and into the physical world, reshaping how we work, move, and transport goods. 2026 is shaping up to be a defining year, not just for Tesla, but for how AI is applied in real life at scale. Whether it's robots working alongside humans, autonomous vehicles redefining cities, or self-driving trucks transforming logistics, Tesla isn't just building products, it's laying the foundation for a new industrial era. What do you think about 3 products? Drop a comment below. Thanks for watching.